From an unraveling hem to a button that just won't stay closed, those are the small fashion snags that can make getting dressed difficult. But in today's Style File, stylist Reachel Bagley with Cardigan Empire is opening up her style kit. So Reachel, you are helping us out today. Thank you so much.
Course.
She has 8 tools that we should all keep on hand for those fashion emergencies. We all have them. I have them like almost daily here.
Right,
so.
and that's the worst. I mean, you need to focus on your day, not on this little snafu that has just set you back. So.
Okay, so I'm excited. I'm wondering, I do have a couple of these, but the first one was something I brought up because I saw this whole line of new kind of sheer clothing coming out. And for me, I just like to be a little more covered. So I'm like, how do I do the sheer?
So with sheer, I mean, there's all kinds of different levels of sheer, right?
Right.
And so a lot of times people will think with sheer, they want to match the color of the garment. Usually it's best to go in a nude color. So under here, you can see with these sheer sleeves, we've just got a little cap sleeve under this. And this one's actually a half tee, so it only comes down to about here. So then you don't have the awkward line down below where it's extra, you know, bulk tied into your pants, right?
Yeah.
So this one's really nice. And depending, it doesn't really matter where the sheerness is. You can wear that underneath. The other thing I love about these is when you're sweating and you're wearing like silks and delicate fabrics that are dry clean only, it's gonna go into the, you know, machine washable garment rather than into your dry cleaning bow.
Yes, I love that you put that because I was the one who said I sweat a little bit when I wear these tight under cap sleeves.
Right.
And you're like, well, you just throw it in the wash, no big deal.
Exactly.
Okay, Reachel to the rescue.
For
okay,
sure.
Up next, I mean, I think some of us have used like tape before to keep things closed. You're saying toupee tape.
Yeah, toupee tape is actually fantastic because it's really durable, it sticks super well, and it's actually less expensive than a lot of like the fashion tapes out there.
Okay.
If you're using it on a more delicate fabric, then I'd go with the fashion tapes. Like if you're using on a silk or something like that.
Okay.
But most like cottons and polyester blends, you're gonna be great. So it looks like this. You get a little stick out, and you can cut it down to whatever dimensions you want to use. I've already peeled off the side on one of it, and now I just have to peel off the other side.
It's just
and honestly,
double stick tape.
like it's just double stick tape, but the nice thing about this one is I don't have to keep replacing it every single time. Like until I wash it, this is gonna hold. Like it really lasts multiple wears at a time.
So yeah, if you're gonna wear this again, maybe you don't undo it. You just slip it off your head.
Like if you want to, no, you can totally take it off and then restick.
And it resticks.
That's how good this toupee tape is.
Toupee tape.
Yeah.
I never knew.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, the next one you're saying iron-on adhesive. So, that's the iron-on adhesive.
The iron-on adhesive.
For people like me who don't know how to sew. That's
right,
what
and
we're
like,
talking
what
about.
if you figured out like the new pair of pants, you bought them last night and you wanted to wear them for an interview or something like that? This is actually a permanent solution. Unlike this one where you can like take it apart and put it back together, this one's gonna work permanently. So it's really inexpensive. You just get the iron-on heat and bond adhesive, you put it on here, and then you just use the iron, and then you have like a new hem right there.
A little
yeah,
fold.
just like a little fold right there. And this works on all kinds of fabrics. It's gonna work permanently. And so I usually do it a little bit at a time. Like I'll pre-iron the crease in there and then I'll add on the iron-on adhesive and like.
So you have the right line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super easy. You don't have to pull out your sewing machine.
I don't have one, so that's great. Okay, the next one, this is perfect because just last night my son called me and said, I need a white shirt for tomorrow. My white shirts are all too small. And I'm like, well, you need to measure your neck.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like the thing about kids, I don't know about your kids, none of my kids, like I have kids that are specific ages, none of them line up with the sizes.
Yeah.
Right? And so I'm always wondering what size they are. And like sometimes I'm just going on a new website and I'm wondering like, what size do I order, right? So these ones, what I love about this, like they've got this self-clipping thing. Oh, whoops. I'm just too good at this. I'm just too fast.
Oh, so then it holds it in place.
This holds it in place, if I can get that little trigger in there. And then you just push the button right here, and then you can read it yourself, and then you don't have to have help, because a lot of times it's just
when
like,
you're
where's
doing
the
self-measurements, which who wants someone else
and if some little
measuring
kid is like moving around on you, this like actual like having it stick in place.
Okay, yeah, I've not seen that before. That is so fun. Okay, what's next? A cinch clip?
So cinch clips, I use these all the time. So it just looks like this.
Oh, this is what I use to hold my kids' gloves on their
Yeah,
coats.
exactly. And you might already have one at home, right?
Yes.
And so you just use the little cinches on the inside of the garment. I'm gonna like come back here and show you. So this is a sweatshirt. It's just kind of baggy, right? I've done this on tailoring on dresses or different things like that, especially like when you're in between sizes and you're like, I don't feel like going and buying a whole new wardrobe. So we go and we pinch it on one side on the inside of the garment.
She's doing it on the inside.
On the inside of the garment.
The sweatshirt.
Yep. And then we're just getting on the other side. And then we have like that nice tailored effect
from the front,
rather than the bulkiness. I've used it a lot on dresses.
In the back, though?
Oh, you just have a little pleat.
Just have a little pleat.
You just have a little pleat there.
Okay.
So it doesn't, even actually sometimes on dresses, it actually looks nice.
And you can't even tell.
Yeah, you can't even tell. It just looks like an extra dart that you've added into your garment.
I definitely have these hanging on some little kids' mittens that I've not
It works
thrown
all
away.
the time. And you can even use it on the back of pants, like you just put it on the inside of the pants and you clip it together, you know, when your jeans are a little too big and you don't want to wear a belt.
Okay.
It works for all kinds of solutions.
I don't have to just get rid of those pants when they're a little too big. Okay, the next one you're talking about, well, you're talking about a fabric shaver, which I haven't found one that I like.
So, well, no, most of them are garbage.
Are they?
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Like, I hate the ones that are electric because then you have to put batteries in them and you don't have full control anyways.
Okay.
What I like about this one is it has interchangeable little clips here. So this is the coarsest one. Then you have medium and you have fine, depending on what kind of fabric you're doing it on.
Yes.
If you're doing it on something super thick or super strong, then you can use this one. And I just lay the garment flat and taut against the surface. And it gets, see all those little pills that have come off? And then you can even collect them on this little guy
these
here
are for
on
all
the
those
end.
sweaters that just have
like afterwards. And it just,
on 'em.
all the pilling comes off. It actually works. And
that's my first
I love
purchase.
being able to adjust it because then you're not gonna put a hole in something really delicate.
Yes, okay, thank you.
And you don't
for
have to
that
replace
tip.
batteries.
Thank you. Up next, a twist tie when we have a button issue.
Okay, how many of you guys have lost a button? And
Everybody.
the worst part is you don't want to lose the button, right? Because then, like, how are you going to find a matching one? So we all have twist ties around our house. What you do is you strip it down. So you just have
the wire,
the actual wire. Then you're going to take the button. This becomes your needle, right? So you stick it through here, loop it through, and push it through the garment, and then loop it through the other side. And you can see right here, I have my twist tie button right here, and then I'm not going to lose my button. It stays on until you can find a needle and thread, and you're good to go for the rest of the day.
Perfect.
Plus, your dignity is still intact, right? Depending on where that button may be, that might be a really important button.
And your last one, I can't wait to see how you do this. When your sweater is snagged, you can use a bobby pin to fix it.
I know, because I always have a bobby pin on hand. So look here, I even found you guys, like, see this little snag, right? So you take your bobby pin and you thread it just like a crewel hook on crocheting. You pull it through onto the other side. So you've got your knot back here now. Remove your bobby pin. Can I have you hold that? Thank you, ma'am. I won't put it in my mouth while I'm talking.
Just tying it in a little knot.
So tie it in a little knot there. And you can cut off the excess, put a little nail polish on it, and look. Now,
you can't even tell.
No more hole. It's just great. And you can, like, sometimes massage it out because sometimes it gets, the fabric's pulled a little bit, but you're all good to go.
Rachel, she saved us in so many ways today. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
All those fashion dilemmas. All right, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Amy.